Hello, I'm your friendly neighborhood Luis Perez.
And I am Jason.
You're probably wondering why we haven't made a review for quite a while. Well, just look at the Grand Theft Auto 5 review and you'll know everything. Today we're going to review the most infamous comic book sequel. Or
yes.
One of the most. Just guess. No, not that one. Not that one either.
Definitely not Ghost Rider 2. And not even Spider-Man 3, which we'll review later.
No, today's sequel we're going to review is The Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Yes, the first movie was so successful that it actually got a sequel.
Which apparently was less good from the first one.
It got a lot of negative reviews. And it's even credited as one of the worst sequels of all time.
Really? You call Spider-Man... You call X-Men 3 good, but you find Rise of the Silver Surfer bad?
They do have a point.
What is wrong with you people?
They do have a point.
But you despise Last Stand.
I know I do. And that's why I shot the audience. So, where were we? Now you're probably wondering why that movie was so horrible that people hated that much. Well, one reason, aside from many.
Galactus is a giant cloud.
Do we need that to review this movie? You already know why. Anyway, let's just review it anyway. This is the Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. So the story here is that a giant cloud named Galactus devours planet for a living. Jeez, I wonder how many proteins he has.
Or calories.
He sends his herald, Silver Surfer, to look for more planets for him to eat. He then crash lands into Earth, where he is found by the military and, well, taken arrested. The Fantastic Four finds out and interrogate him, and he tells him that Galactus is going to come here and devour his world. Now the Fantastic Four must prepare for the biggest fight of their lives against the Devourer of Worlds. The movie is based off the comic book, The Comet of Galactus,
which is in my opinion my favorite Fantastic Four comic book.
And it's considered by most the best. This one loosely adapts that movie.
Yeah, why? Because Galactus is a giant cloud. Do I have to explain many single times why?
Aside from that, there are still many other reasons why this movie isn't that good.
Like, for example...
Now let's get the characters.
The big D's in the movie.
The big D's.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know. Now we get to the characters. First we have Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic.
Played by Ian Griffith.
And he's decent, but his plot between him and Sue is just terrible.
I mean, Sue wants to...
Reed Richards wants to continue being a scientist and do his research,
while Sue wants to separate the Fantastic Four and settle and have a family.
Yes, it's as ridiculous as it sounds. It doesn't even feel like a Fantastic Four movie, but it feels like a superhero version of a sitcom comedy.
Just like the first movie, only that one was superior.
In fact, most of the jokes in this movie are terrible.
Okay, a lot of you are saying they did get married in the comics. That is true.
But not with this type of ridiculousness. For example, there's a scene in this movie which is, aka, Reed was going to Spider-Man territory there, where Reed Richards is dancing with a couple of women. Fully clothed women, by the way, and he never kisses them, and he never
touches them in appropriate places, and Sue says, this is going to be unfortunate for him. And then later, she actually pretends to accept his apology and says, I'm glad you had fun. And she says, and besides, it's better than my last time at a bachelorette party.
Yes, it's that kind of ridiculousness.
And maybe, and I'm just gonna come off and say this, and even a little sexist.
There's a scene in this movie where Reed Richards says, I am married to the hottest woman in the whole world. And then Sue says,
I'm so hot for you right now. Ha!
Then we have Sue, aka the Invisible Woman.
Played by Jessica Alba.
And she's an annoying B-word in this movie. For one thing,
She's decent and attractive. Yeah, I mean, but... Oh my gosh.
like literally, she does nothing in this movie except whine and complain.
And pretty much just save the day. That's it!
Then we have Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch.
Played by Chris Evans.
Yes, aka yeah, the future Captain America. America! Yeah! He's the only member that actually has a decent storyline in the film. He wants to impress this army chick, and he tries to be the goody two-shoes to impress her. It's the only time we ever... It's an interesting storyline because it's the only time that Johnny ever tries to be a good to get you know, a girlfriend. You know, it's the first time we ever see him trying to be a decent person.
Plus, I actually met that actress.
No one,
And you care.
no one cares.
Yeah, you do.
No one cares.
You care!
But and the plot is pretty interesting, but it goes nowhere near the end of the movie.
And also, the army general's name is Frankie Ray. Not the actress, the character. And she was actually the real love... And in the comics, she was actually the love interest of the Human Torch. And she actually became another superhero called Nova. Despite that she has fireophobia. Yes, she's afraid of fire.
Ha!
But, however... Well, not that Noah. I mean, not that Nova. You know, like the one with the red and gold. Yeah, she's a completely different Nova. She instead is...
Okay, let's not go into detail with a character that was only in the film for like a couple scenes.
Yeah.
Anyway, interesting storyline, but it's just wasted near the end of the movie. At the end of the movie, he goes back to being his hot rod self, and Frankie says that you're immature, irresponsible, and a little narcissistic. And in the end, he gets the girl. Duh.
Yeah, that's pretty much what every single superhero movie does.
Then we have Ben, aka the Thing, and oh my goodness,
Played by Michael Chiklis. And
now he was one of the few things I liked about the first Fantastic Four movie.
yeah, okay, true. He does crack some one-liners and he does punch his stuff, but he's also trying to be a more sympathetic character at the same time.
In this movie, hold on, what did they do to you, Thing? What did they do to you?
He's
only in the movie to fight people, argue with Johnny, and crack one-liners, which for the most part are terrible.
Yeah, for example, Johnny says at one point in the beginning where he cracks about Alicia, Ben's girlfriend. By the way, Michael is good in the role. And he actually jokes about Alicia waking up one morning being crushed on a rock slide.
Ha ha ha. Then we have Dr. Doom.
Played by Julian McMahon.
Oh, what did they do to Doom? Okay, Dr. Doom, well, I didn't like how they changed his origin. He was another one of the few things I like about the first movie.
Yeah, and he at least had unlike the sequel, at least he actually had a reason to be in the first movie.
In this movie, he has no point. You could have gotten rid of Dr. Doom and it wouldn't change anything. It literally wouldn't change anything about the movie if you just got rid of him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing you get. He gets resurrected, his scars gets get rid of, which gives him no reason to wear the helmet anyway.
Yeah, but yet he still wears but yet he still needs the feeling to wear a mask. It would have been better if he was maskless.
Now that he's resurrected, he steals the surfboard, and what does he do with that surfboard? Get revenge? Have Galactus swallow the world? No! He just uses it to fly around a few scenes and look menacing. What a waste of a villain that I've loved for ever since I read his comic book.
Well, Julian, he is good, but really, again, I think the only reason why Dr. Doom is in this movie because it's a Fantastic Four movie and he's expected. Yeah.
I can't believe they were doing this to my favorite villain.
Are you kidding me? You should see what they did to mine.
When they make the reboot, they better make him a sorcerer.
And yeah.
Then we have the biggest kick in the balls in this movie. Galactus.
Galactus! What did they do to you?
Here's the basic concept. Hey, what's wrong with Galactus? Well, here's the thing. He's a giant cloud! Yes!
A giant cloud! Yes! A giant cloud! A giant cloud!
Come on, me!
Sorry. It's just that I always get pissed off.
Yes, apparently Galactus is a giant cloud that devours planets.
Yeah. There are actually two reasons why they actually had to make him a giant cloud. One, the producers felt like it would make Galactus look too silly.
You think that looks silly? This looks even sillier!
I know! The movie is entirely too silly to begin with!
Why not?
Okay.
What's wrong with we can put him in a little pink outfit, you know? Give him the helmet.
Or, okay, we realize that the material of the Fantastic Four is silly, but that's the charm of the Fantastic Four. It's far out beyond sci-fi, because the audience realizes that these kind of superheroes, we just like to root for them. But
¿Qué? Continue the review.
anyway, and another reason is that Tim Story said is that, well, they had to make him a cloud so that when they make a future Silver Surfer movie, they could reveal his true form, which is the comic book Galactus.
And okay, I wouldn't mind this. Lo va a bajarlo.
Okay.
Anyway, so I wouldn't mind this so much. Only that movie was made in 2007. We're in 2013, and I have not heard that they're developing a Silver Surfer movie. So yeah, that statement does not help your theory of making Galactus a giant cloud.
I'm back.
When we saw Galactus in this movie, it was the biggest kick in the balls we have seen ever since
Mandarin?
Venom and even Blackheart.
My gosh, I feel like I want to commit suicide right now, but I can't.
Now we get to the music. The music's actually pretty good in the movie, you know.
I mean, and Silver Surfer's theme is actually very Hans Zimmer-ish.
Then we get to the special effects. The special effects is one of the few things in this movie that were awesome. Like the effects when the Silver Surfer is in his board and flying around. That was amazing.
I know. I mean, I like his movements on the board, and plus, let's not forget that awesome chase scene between the Human Torch and the Surfer. That was actually one of the best moments in the movie.
And even I have to admit, the cloud is pretty cool.
Yeah, even though they did screw up my favorite character, in its own, it's okay.
Now we get to the best part in the movie. The best parts in this movie is definitely the Silver Surfer. Like, the actor was perfect, his storyline is perfect,
and even the guy that does his, and even Doug Jones, who actually does his movements, actually portrays movements very, very well.
Sadly, you can't see a lot of him in the movie, even though his name is in the bloody title.
Yeah, while he is a wasted opportunity, however, he is the best thing about the movie.
Now, what's the worst part? I wonder, what's the... Galactus is a giant cloud! Because of that, we give this movie the final verdict of a 5 out of 10. Isn't that the worst sequel I've ever seen in my life?
Not even one of the worst. I mean, it's definitely better than Ghost Rider, Elektra, Catwoman, Batman and Robin, Batman and Bloody Robin.
But this is still a pretty. It's not a great movie either. The acting is a bit cheesy.
Yeah, but they are decent at their own rights.
Most of the storylines just are wasted opportunities.
Doctor Doom's character is wasted, just like they did with Galactus.
And the fact that Galactus is a giant cloud just destroys this movie.
Yeah, it makes him look like a total moron.
Now here's my recommendation. If you're a big Fantastic Four fan like we are, don't watch this movie because you're just gonna hate it.
Yeah.
But if you're just a casual movie going fan, I guess renting it won't hurt.
But however, before we leave, here's one thing I want to discuss. How does a surfer exactly destroy Galactus? He seems to get all the cosmic energy he could get. He gets the board. He flies up into Galactus. He just like that kneels and tries to get all the power. Exposes himself like he's Jesus freaking Christ, and then simply just blows up Galactus and engulfs into a cosmic rift, which then destroys them both.
How did he do that? Okay, in the comics and even kind of explained in the movie, Galactus gives Silver Surfer a small amount of the cosmic powers,
which makes him super powerful, but not as powerful as Galactus.
So how he kills Galactus is way beyond me. But anyway,
I guess we're supposed to believe that the big red, purple kind of Galactus-shaped mass inside is really Galactus, but we're supposed to believe that he's inside the cloud. I mean, at least give him a personality or a voice.
Like, we argue enough about this. I'm your friendly neighborhood Luis Perez.
And I'm Jason Acosta.
And Galactus is not a cloud!